Hello everyone, welcome to a new reading. We are going to continue with the group predictions as it is for this month, and this video is for NewJeans. I don't really know where NewJeans stands in the sense of like, are they still a group? Are they not a group? Are they just fighting HYBE and ADOR? Or like, I don't really know what the situation is with NewJeans. But I was like, I still want to do a group reading for them because I really like them. And I was also thinking, if this is my last chance, I might as well just do it now before anything else actually happens. So, with all of that said, in the description below, I will have the questions we're going to answer in this video, as well as the timestamps in case you want to jump around. And I think that's all I have to say. So let's start with the first question, which is, what is NewJeans' current energy? How is the group doing right now? We have the 8 of Cups, very fitting. We have the 2 of Swords, reverse. And I'll take the card that is facing up, which is the 4 of Cups, reverse. So the 8 of Cups is usually talking about someone that walks away from a situation or from something in their life because it doesn't emotionally satisfy them. The 8 of Cups usually shows all of these cups right here that are completely full and they're upright, so they're not tipped over, they're not empty, and it's supposed to show that it was either a very good opportunity or it was a decent situation. So it's not like the situation was bad and that's why you walk away. The whole idea is like you walk away because it emotionally doesn't fulfill you, or you realize this is not for you. And the whole point of the 8 of Cups is the whole idea of, even if you walk away from a situation that it's not ideal for you, you are not afraid of the path ahead that can still be challenging, filled with unknowns, and you just use your intuition to guide you along that path. And I'm saying that because usually we see this person like walking towards this mountain, and the mountain is supposed to represent those challenges, and the moon is representing that intuitive guidance that you will get along that journey. So the 8 of Cups is supposed to show right now that the group is in this energy where they're in a situation that for other people it's okay, or like it's an opportunity, but for them it's not emotionally satisfying. Like this is not what they want. They're not satisfied with the conditions that they're under, and because of that they willingly take the step to like walk away from that situation. So that just kind of shows that that's the energy they're in, and I just think that's very fitting because I think that's also very obvious that that's just what they're going through right now. Now the next card that we have here is the 2 of Swords reverse. So the 2 of Swords usually talks about like options and opportunity. It's like someone that is deciding between two different things, ideas, or situations. And with it being reversed, it could symbolize someone that doesn't know what their options are, or they have already decided this is the option that I'm taking, this is the side that I'm going for, and you kind of just stick to that side. So I don't really know which one it could be, but I'm leaning more towards the group already has made their decision. They have their mind set on something, and they're going to kind of just stick to that idea. And they're not really willing to get influenced to do something different. Now the last card that we have right here is the 4 of Cups, reverse. So the 4 of Cups upright usually talks about someone that is distracted, or it talks about someone that is bored or doesn't see the opportunities that life has to offer. The 4 of Cups reverse could symbolize maybe someone that is very focused, or maybe someone that is able to see the opportunities that life has to offer. So currently it seems like the group is in a state of mind where they are walking away from a situation that they don't like, and they have set their mind in sticking to their decision and sticking down that path, even if they don't really know how it will manifest or how that will look like. And then the 4 of Cups reverse shows that the group is either very aware of the opportunities that they have, because usually the 4 of Cups shows this 4th cup that the universe is offering to this person that doesn't see it because they're distracted. So with it being reversed, we could interpret this card as someone that is seeing these opportunities that life has to offer. Or the other meanings of the 4 of Cups could also mean that with it being reversed, that the group is actually extremely focused on their path and what they want to do. So they don't have time to be bored. They don't have time to relax. And they are not distracted. They're extremely focused on what they want to do, and they're trying to maintain their ground on whatever decision they have made. Now I'll go to the next question, which is, what is in store for NewJeans' career this 2025? We have new moon with a new start is coming. So far it seems pretty obvious what's going on with the group. So it's right now the group is kind of just saying, setting up for themselves and just going like, this is the path that I'm going, which is a bit rebellious, but it is meant for my best benefit. That's kind of like the mentality that the group has right now. And with this new moon, we're talking about a new start, a new chapter, the beginning of a new journey or a new path. So it's just very obvious that what's in store for New Year, for NewJeans this new year, is just them starting over, doing something different, or just starting a new chapter of their life. So turning the leaf, working with a blank canvas. Those are words that are kind of coming back. So I think it's just very obvious that there's just a new beginning for them in their career. There is a sense of like a very powerful start, or just having a clean slate of sorts, starting very fresh. And I do feel that this could also be a symbol for the girls that whatever new energy they wanted, or whichever new beginning they wanted, they will get it. And that card is just kind of highlighting here, or reassuring the group that they will get what they want, which is a new start. Now with that said, let's jump into the individual career prediction. So I'll go in each order. So what is in store for Minji's career this 2025? We have conflict. So I guess as the oldest one and as the leader, she will be the one that will be fighting everyone, arguing, standing her ground, making sure that people know what she believes in, what she is fighting for, making sure that people know what side she's in, what her point of view is, and what her perspective is. Something about also speaking up. With the conflict card, we have difference, disputation, and quarrel. So that just kind of shows that she will be the one initiating arguments and discussions, and making sure that everyone is on the same page, or making sure that everyone hears what the group's opinion is. I guess, again, it makes sense that as the leader, she may have to be kind of like the face of stuff like this. And maybe she may have to fight for her position, or maybe she will have to fight in a sense of arguing for what she believes in and making sure people hear her. So it just seems that this year it will be filled with a lot of conflict, a lot of clashing energies, and a lot of this needing to clear up what they believe in. Well, in her case, having to like speak up and make it very clear what it is that she believes in and what her position is, and making sure that everyone knows, so like that there's no point of like a misunderstanding or something. So just making sure that everything's clear and making sure that she's being heard. That's kind of like the main thing here. So now let's go on to the next person, which is Honey. So what's in store for Honey's career this 2025? We have coach with advice, obedience, and knowledge. So this 2025 for Honey, it seems like one of the things that she will go with is either learning enough so she can teach others. That was like the first thing that came up. So what I mean by learning is like, when someone like specializes on a certain skill, that's kind of what I mean. It's like learning enough so like that she knows how to teach others, or learning enough about a subject so like that she can specialize in it enough to be able to also teach others. So I guess the difference from what I said is, one is learning the skills so like that what's the best method to teach another person, and the other thing that I mentioned was like specializing on a skill so that she has the knowledge to share with others. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So it could be those two things, or it could just be both. But anyways, with a coach, it almost makes me think that Honey this 2025 will have this energy of like planning, strategizing, and then like giving that information to whoever she's working with. Is like she will be a leader in whatever she wants to do within her career, and she will be kind of like that guiding voice, or the one that is organizing everyone so everyone's on the same page, or making sure that everyone understands the situation. Or as a coach, she might even be the one that is like, okay, so if this is our new way of thinking, then this is how we're going to go about it, this is how we're going to act upon it, and all those things. And she will be kind of like the initiator or the leader, or like in this case the coach that is pushing everyone in a certain direction. And that could be within NewJeans as much as it could just be in general. Like she will be, in whatever she does within her career, she will be the one leading everyone forward. Now the next person that we have here is Danielle. So what's in store? What's in store for Danielle's career? Okay, we have eternal love, marriage, and okay. I don't think so, but I'll say it in case it does happen. Maybe there will be some dating rumors that go out for Danielle, but if not, this eternal love, marriage, and okay just makes me think of a very strong commitment. Okay, something just came up, something very specific. If dating rumors don't come out for her, she might meet a romantic partner or romantic interest that is meant to stay for a very long time in her life. So it could be some sort of soulmate that she could have a romantic interest, but the reason why she will meet this person in this moment in her life could be because of the important role they will have with influencing her, and hopefully it comes from a place of supporting her rather than influencing her out of whatever growth that she needs, right? I am seeing this in a very positive light, but we never know how things work out in the real world, right? Like you see the energy and you're like, technically things should work out, but then you see it manifest on the person and you go like, but they didn't take it well, so it didn't work out. Sometimes it happens like that, but for Danielle, let's just hope that everything does work out well. But if it's not related to a soulmate, then this could also be talking about contracts. I see marriage as a, if we're not talking about romance, I see it as a contract between people. I see it as like an agreement that is very concrete, and I guess even paperwork is done to kind of confirm the agreement. And the eternal love just makes me think of something that is supposed to be very long lasting, something that was meant with a genuine, spontaneous heart, and something that is meant to be coming from a very loving place. Meaning that if there's a contract or an agreement that Danielle has with someone for her career, then it is coming from a place of wanting to genuinely work together, wanting the best for each other, and wanting the best for the project, and not coming from a place of wanting to take advantage of each other or wanting to just have someone as a product for their project or something along those lines. Like it comes with a very human idea with emotions filled with love and care, even if they're not romantic and it's just business. It's like it's a genuine, I want to work with you and I want to make sure everything is to both of our benefits. So it's mutually good for both of us and not like someone that is taking advantage of another person. So again, with the okay card at the end, it just shows that for Danielle's career, everything's going to be fine, everything's going to be okay. If anything, it's going to be between decent to super positive this year for her career. Let's go on to the next person, which is Heading. So what's in store for Heading's career this 2025? So we have Mask, Confinement, Blessing, and Vow. All of these cards just make me think of the Hermit energy in tarot. So the Hermit energy is supposed to be someone that willingly puts themselves in self-isolation in order to get to know themselves better and grow as an individual. And the whole reason for doing that is so like that you find like this sense of enlightenment that helps you be a guiding light towards the future journey that you have. So the Hermit energy is supposed to be someone that is on their own. They get to know themselves better, and with that knowledge they're able to have a bit more confidence for what is in store for them in the future, in the path ahead, or in whatever it is that they want to do. So it's supposed to be someone that is just finding enlightenment within just getting to know themselves better, basically. So I'm saying that because the Mask and the Confinement makes me think that for Heading this 2025, at least for her career, she's going to want to be surrounded by people that are very honest, because she's already feeling this pressure of being surrounded by people that are being fake or dishonest, or people that are just putting up a front, putting up a mask, or are just not genuine or upfront or stuff. Like she's tired of that energy. She's tired of those people. She's tired to be surrounded by everyone that is either super superficial or surrounded by people that don't want this deeper intimate relationships. And in this case, I don't mean romance. I mean more along the lines of like, let me get to know you. What are your interests? What do you want to do? Your aspirations. your personality. Like, let me get to know you better. So this can boil down from the professional aspect, since we were talking about her career, all the way to co-workers, to friends, to maybe even family. Because I'm thinking, within family, it could even be a bit of hypocrisy here and there of like, maybe someone saying something but doing the opposite, and that could be something that even to her is, it's getting to her to the point that she's like, I don't want that. It feels like a prison. It feels like I'm trapped. It feels like very discouraging, and a bit of like this limiting energy to be surrounded by all of these people that are not in the same page as I am. And this doesn't boil down to opinion. This boils down to just how you treat each other. So again, she wants something that is beyond superficial at this point. And with the blessing and vow, it seems like this 2025, she is going to make a promise to herself to just be grateful for the good things in her life, look forward to staying optimistic and looking towards the future with a pretty good eye, meaning that she's trying to make sure that she doesn't get weighted down by negativity or by other people's influence or by other people's fears and worries that could transfer to her as a limiting belief. Meaning, like, if there's someone that is trying to keep her in a box or keep her trapped because of their own fears being projected on her, she wants to make sure that in this 2025 she looks at all the good things in her life, so that gives her the courage to not think that way, to be able to think big rather than just limit herself to whatever labels or bots or environment that she's in. Meaning that if she is in an environment where people are like, oh, it's impossible to do this, it's impossible to do that, she doesn't want to think that way. She wants to free herself from other people's influence or other people's negativity and just be able to think for herself, do her own thing, and maintain herself in a very positive mindset for this 2025. So this vow and blessing just makes me think of someone that kind of makes like this very strong promise within themselves to maintain a sense of integrity and to not be influenced by other people. And I think that will be super beneficial for her in the long run. Now let's wrap this section up and figure out what's in store for Haein's career this 2025. We have illness and bully. So it seems like this 2025 Haein is going to have quite a rough time. There is a chance that maybe she feels overwhelmed with stress, because when I see the illness card and the bully card, so with bully card, I think that she's going to feel like she's constantly being put under the spot. She will feel like she always has to like fend for herself, or that she has like the world against her, or like people are always talking about her, always have an opinion on what she's thinking, doing, or acting, and all of that is kind of getting to her. Like, she's feeling the pressure and she's not very happy with it. And again, this bully card just makes me think of someone that is getting stressed because of the external energy going on around them, and that stress could be causing illnesses in her life. Meaning, it's just that the environment that she's in is so toxic that is actually getting to her and manifesting in a physical way. So either she's not sleeping enough, or she's not eating well, or that stress is causing her immune system to lower and her defenses, making it possible for her to get sick even easier or a lot more often. And that just makes me think that for this 2025, she will need to take very good care of her physical self, of her mind, of her emotions. So taking care of her heart to make sure that she is not easily bothered by her external environment, because she doesn't really have full control of her external environment, meaning like the people that she's with and what they think and what they're doing and the environment that she's in with her career and all of that. But she does have the power with how she deals with it and how much she entertains it. Meaning that if she is surrounded by toxic people, but she doesn't have to deal with them, then she can definitely walk away or just drop some people off. Meaning, like, if she has some friends, but they're not really doing a good service to her, because all they're doing is just gossiping or saying all this negativity or doing all these things that don't align with who she is or what she wants to do as, you know, as a person, or as what she wants to do in her life, basically. Then this year it will be better for her to leave those people that are just not really bringing her the positivity that she's looking for. If anything, the only thing that I'm going to say is that it will be better for her to prioritize herself and take care of herself, to make sure that she actually doesn't physically show the manifestation of all the negativity that she's dealing with, and also all of the instability that is surrounding her as well. So all I'm saying is that it will be better for this energy to not get to her, but she's still growing and she's still learning, so she is in a very vulnerable time of her life where stuff like this influence her greatly, in the way of like she doesn't really know how to deal with it because she hasn't really developed enough of a personality to kind of stop this energy from getting to her or influencing her. Meaning, like, if she was slightly older, a little bit more experienced, then she'll have an easier time to be like, okay, that is your problem, that is your issue, you're just projecting, get away from me. And kind of, I guess she's still in the developing stages of knowing how to deal with people in situations that are very stressful. I'm not saying that everyone can handle this, but I'm saying that as people grow older, they get to know themselves better in such a way that they're able to say, I'm not dealing with this bullshit, and then just kind of move on. And with her, she's still kind of young, so I think she's still learning how to develop those bullshit meters, and it's not carrying and not giving the time of day to that people or to that energy that just brings her down. So yeah, this year she just needs to take care of her health to make sure that she's not influenced by that toxic energy around her. But to wrap up this reading, let's go into the very last question, which is any advice or healing messages for the NewJeans for this 2025? The first card that came out is Full Moon in Gemini with the answers you need are coming. So if any of them are wondering like what's going on, how are things going to turn out with like the company, with their choices, with their career, it's like eventually they're going to get answers. And the reason why that is because there's some things that are not super set in stone, not super concrete. There's things that have to be thought about thoroughly before they can be spoken and therefore then taken action on. So the answers you need are coming. It feels like eventually they'll get the something about like a complete investigation, if that's what they were waiting for, or if they were trying to get knowledge of what to do next, they're going to get that soon. Or if they were trying to get knowledge of how to go about completing something, then they'll get that knowledge pretty soon. It's like the advice here is to like keep an eye out for that information that they need, and it's going to be very important because they could use it to their advantage to reassure them that everything will be okay. Let's see. Any more advice or healing messages for NewJeans? So we have New Moon in Capricorn with your hard work is paying off. We have Full Moon in Pisces with balance, spirituality, and practicality. And then we have Full Moon in Cancer with a personal issue reaches resolution. So the message here is pretty simple. It's like the advice here is for them to just do what they have to do and to focus on what is within their power with this Capricorn energy, and that they should reassure themselves that things are going to end up well and things are going to work out. So there's nothing to like be discouraged about, there's nothing to worry about. Eventually things are going to unfold for them in their favor with a balanced spirituality and practicality in this Full Moon in Pisces. It feels like the advice here is that they need to be able to use their intuition, as we saw with the Eight of Cups. Use their intuition to guide them towards the future as they're moving forward in this new path that they're embarking, but also to practice practicality in the sense of staying grounded. Because there's times that someone that is reaching spirituality in such a level that they lack the groundedness, they reach this point where they're kind of just waiting for things to happen for them. And I do feel that for the group, if they maintain that balance and have that harmony, not only will they be able to maintain their positivity and have a very clear, calm mind, they will also be able to understand what's within their power and what's outside of their power. So knowing when to surrender and when to take action, and having that balance will make it easier for their journey, because they will not be resisting the change that they will go through, and they may also not grow complacent if things are not moving, and instead know when to take action because they're like keeping an eye out, or like, I guess, an intuitive eye out of like, oh, okay, I can take action, I can push for change, or oh, maybe I should take a step back and relax and allow things to unfold on their own. So by maintaining that balance, they will just know how to move forward, basically. Now, with a personal issue reaches their solution, this one just kind of reassures the group that whatever they're worried about, whatever they're concerned about, things are going to work out, things are going to be okay, and things will go in their favor. Like, even if things don't go as they expected, they will eventually get the answers that they're looking for. They will finally be able to finish like the stage that they're in. So like whatever they're walking away from, in 2025, they're going to reach a point where they will have a clear idea of what happened, how things unfolded, and then knowing how to continue moving forward from there. It's like, okay, now things are a bit more concrete, things are a bit more clear, and things make a bit more sense. And with all of that, it's easier to just move forward onto the next stage, or move forward to the new things that they want to do, either as a group or individually. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This reading was very, very straightforward. I think it really makes sense, but I think that's because the energy here, I can kind of follow with what is happening in real life and be like, oh, this is what they're talking about. But I don't really know the whole situation that NewJeans is in and how they all feel about it. So maybe some of this energy doesn't really make sense to me, but it still kind of goes out there. Like the whole thing with Danielle, I was like, I genuinely don't know if she's going to find love and stuff. And if she is, I don't know how obvious or how aware we will be as the general public. Anyway, I hope you guys like this reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you on the next one, whenever that is, however that is. Let's hope that everything turns out well for NewJeans, because I would like to continue seeing what they have to offer as a group with their sound. But also, I just hope that things turn out well for them, so that they can continue working as comfortably as possible and as fairly as possible as well. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Love and healing from my part to you, and bye.